Namaste, and welcome to our Core Flow series. We're going to start with some breathing exercises for the core. The first breath work is called Bhastrika breath. And Bhastrika breath, it is an even inhale, percussion exhale, 1 count in, 1 count out. And what I want you to think of is relaxing your belly, letting the breath breathe itself, but following that inhale, exhale. So when you exhale, the navel's going to draw in. When you inhale, you relax to expand. It might seem counterintuitive and might be a little difficult at first, but just stick with it and don't think about it too much, okay? So begin by inhaling, exhaling 1 count. Pause on a deep inhalation and just exhale, 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 and release. You can do that longer. You can watch your second hand on your clock and start doing it for 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. You want to just build your ability to extend and do that breath for a long period of time, because the longer that you practice that breath, the more you're going to get as far as your core and your intestines and everything that's moving in the center of your body, which again, most of us really need a lot of work with. So shifting from Bhastrika into what's called Kapalabhati breath or breath of fire, the difference is that your inhaling becomes passive and the exhale becomes the focus. So the inner movement of the belly is what's happening. Now you gather up a deep breath and you want to try to not have to take a breath over again. You want to keep it just hanging on one breath. So Kapalabhati, inhale and exhale, 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 exhale. The navel goes in, exhale, exhale, exhale. Okay, so I'm going to do it with you and just keep going as long as you can. If you have to start another breath, that's fine. It'll get easier. Inhale. Pause on an inhale and exhale. Now, if you do feel any dizziness at all, take your hand, put it right in front of your eyesight, and focus for 10 seconds. You don't want to get dizzy, but sometimes when you're a beginner and you're trying these out, you do get a little bit dizzy. So just going back and forth between the Bhastrika and the Kapalabhati will open up and expand your core. So we'll do a little bit of movement with our spine now with the core in a standing position, the cat and cow. But you want to press down right here on the bone, just below the hip. That's where the psoas or iliacus hip flexor muscle attaches. As you press down, you're going to lengthen the spine and then tuck the tail. You want to feel this inner core, lower abdominal, middle abdominal, upper abdominal. So as you exhale, 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 you're rounding in the lower back. As you inhale, you're going to press down and extend through the sitting bones and arch. So exhale, pull in through the core, push down on the bones. Inhale, push down on the bones, open the heart. Exhale, tuck the tail, press down, grounded. Breathe, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So that pose is preparing us for the next more advanced core lift in the diaphragm. It's called a bandha. It means to bind or to bandage. And this is going to be an internal organ massage. It's going to look a little weird, but you want to practice this in front of a mirror so you can really start to understand what's happening. The first time you try it, don't expect a lot. It takes time. So I'm going to lift the shirt so you can really see what's happening in my abdominals. There's going to be a little muscle that pokes out. That's the iliopsoas iliacus. That's your hip flexor muscle. You also will see the rectus abdominis. So I'm going to begin by a deep inhalation. I'm going to exhale all the air completely out of the body and create a vacuum. When that vacuum happens, you're pretending to inhale, but no air comes in, and then all of your organs flush in, and it makes a nice hollow in the body. So take a look. The reason I bend my knees is so I can push against my bone, lengthen, and do the lift. Inhale, deep breath. Exhale all the air completely out. Exhale, exhale, exhale. As you release the pose, you want to avoid going, okay? You want to try to relax the contraction first and then breathe in. It'll avoid that kind of suction, strange feeling. So as you practice this again with me now, you're going to breathe in. You're going to exhale. Stay grounded through the legs. Exhale, exhale, exhale. When you get to the bottom of the exhale, exhale more. You want to be empty. Relax and breathe. You're going to repeat that several times just by lengthening. There's a couple added little tricks to that. As you do the bandha, I'm pressing down and stepping, and that's helping me connect with my psoas. But I'm going to add the Bhastrika breath to this without the breath. So it's going to look a little strange. It's like a contraction back and forth, okay? Feel free to just repeat the regular diaphragm lift, but I'm going to show and demonstrate the next level. And relax. In our core series, we want to focus on the table and plank poses and being aware of our belly. So we draw that pressure in from the navel to the spine. And as you do, we're going to extend through and balance opposite arm and leg. Elbow to knee. Hold, extend, and down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And down. Repeat. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And down. Last set. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And down. Inhale. exhale, inhale, and down. Good, shake it out. Coming back through, we're gonna tuck the toes under, lifting the knees. Plank pose is definitely core. You can pause as many times as you would like and take a break. You don't have to do, 50 in a row, but you want to do about 10, 5 to 10, and begin again. 1, 2, inhale, exhale. And hold plank. And a little deeper with the shoulders is chaturanga. 10. And lower. Rest into the cobra and open and stretch. And come back into that plank pose. From the plank pose, we're going to drop the elbows. As we drop the elbows, you want to pull in through the core. This is difficult, so you want to, do your best. If you're losing it, just pause and relax. You can always just hold for 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1, and relax. You can do that as many times as you want, lifting the core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Repeat that as many times as you would like. Now, adding more difficulty is dropping that knee. 2, 3, 4, breathe in, out, out. And hold. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Open and relax your hips by rocking side to side. Relax your shoulders. And pause there.